Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that holds the key to everything you want to achieve in life, your mind. It is said that the mind is the most powerful force on earth. Whatever you believe, whatever you imagine, and whatever you focus on starts in the mind. And today I want to remind you that you are the master of your own thoughts. The mind is a garden, and what you plant in it determines the fruits of your life. Your thoughts are the seeds. If you plant negativity, doubt, and fear, you will harvest a life filled with confusion, failure, and regret. But if you plant seeds of purpose, focus, and determination, you will reap a harvest of success, fulfillment, and growth. You must choose what to allow in your mind. Too many people allow their minds to be ruled by external circumstances, by the voices around them, by distractions. But I tell you today, your mind is your greatest asset. It is the engine that drives your life. If you cannot control your thoughts, then you will be controlled by them. If you do not discipline your mind, it will wander aimlessly and lead you into places you do not want to go. Focus, my friends, is power. The energy you give to a thought is the energy that will grow. If you focus on your problems, they will expand. But if you focus on solutions, on possibilities, on opportunities, that is what will grow in your life. Remember, your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your thoughts. If you surround yourself with negativity, you will think negatively. If you surround yourself with visionaries, with those who encourage you, you will begin to think like them. And choose your environment wisely. You become the sum total of the people and influences you allow into your mind. Your mindset, your way of thinking, shapes your entire life. Your perception becomes your reality. If you believe that you are defeated, you will be defeated. If you believe that you are a failure, failure will follow you. But if you believe in your potential, in your purpose, your mindset will propel you forward. You see, life is a battle, often a battle within your own mind. There are two forces fighting for your attention. One is trying to hold you back, to make you doubt yourself, to keep you from moving forward. The other is trying to push you toward your destiny, to remind you of your worth, and to inspire you to take action. The battle is real, but I tell you that you have the power to win. Victory is achieved when you take control of your thoughts and refuse to let anything or anyone dictate how you think. And let's not forget the power of your imagination. You see, imagination is not just for children or dreamers. It is a tool for creating your future. Your mind has the ability to see beyond the present, to envision a future that has not yet come into existence. Don't limit your dreams because of what you see today. Imagine something greater, something beyond your current circumstances. Your imagination is the blueprint for your success. In closing, I want to remind you that your mind is not just a passive entity. It is a powerful force that can create your future. But it requires discipline, focus, and a clear vision. Take control of your mind. Choose your thoughts wisely. Surround yourself with what uplifts and inspires you. Cultivate a mindset that empowers you to break free from limitations and step into your greatness. The key to your success lies in controlling your mind. It all starts with you. Your thoughts today shape your tomorrow. So choose wisely, think with purpose, and control your mind, because that is where your true power lies. The mind is an extraordinary gift, capable of shaping every aspect of our lives. It is the seat of our thoughts, decisions, and emotions, and it wields the power to transform our reality. Often we overlook the immense influence our minds have over our experiences, yet it is our thoughts that create the world we live in. The mind operates as both a creator and a destroyer, depending on how we use it. When we consciously harness its power, we become unstoppable forces in our own lives. Every action, every achievement, every setback starts in the mind. The way we think directly affects what we do, how we feel, and how we view the world. If our minds are filled with negativity, doubt, or fear, those thoughts will manifest in our actions, and we will attract more of the same. But when we train our minds to think positively with clarity, confidence, and focus, our reality begins to align with our aspirations. It's the thoughts we cultivate, whether conscious or subconscious, that ultimately shape our lives. Too often, we let our thoughts run unchecked, allowing external circumstances or negative emotions to control our mental state. The power to change begins when we realize that we have the ability to choose our thoughts. Just as a gardener tends to a garden, we must tend to our minds, weeding out thoughts that are harmful and nurturing those that are empowering. This requires awareness, discipline, and a commitment to mental growth. It's not about suppressing negative thoughts, it's about replacing them with positive, empowering beliefs that align with our true purpose. The mind also holds the key to our potential. It is the driving force behind creativity, innovation, and achievement. Imagination is a gift that allows us to visualize possibilities beyond our current circumstances. By exercising our imagination, we are able to see the potential within ourselves and the world around us. It is through this mental exercise that we can move beyond the limitations of our current reality and step into a future that we have consciously designed. The mind doesn't just reflect what it can create, what will be. The mind has the power to heal. The way we think about our challenges, our setbacks, and even our physical well-being plays a significant role in how we experience them. A mind filled with hope, resilience, and positivity can transform the most difficult situations into opportunities for growth. Likewise, when we view our lives through a lens of gratitude and possibility, we attract more of the same into our lives. The power of the mind lies not in its ability to control external circumstances, but in its ability to change how we respond to those circumstances. The mind is also a battlefield. Every day there is a war between positive and negative thoughts, between what is possible and what is not, between fear and courage. Victory is not simply about avoiding negative thoughts, it's about choosing which thoughts you will embrace and which ones you will reject. It's about training the mind to default to empowerment rather than defeat, hope rather than despair. The mind, when left unchecked, can easily be swayed by fear, doubt, and uncertainty. But when we consciously choose to focus on possibilities, on solutions, on growth, we gain the strength and resilience needed to overcome any challenge. Everything begins with the mind. The way we think about ourselves, about our goals, and about the world around us determines how we live. The power of the mind is not just in what it creates, but in what it frees us from. It frees us from limitations, from fear, from the constraints that society or our past experiences may have placed on us. When we take control of our thoughts, we unlock a world of endless possibilities. Focus is a force that determines the direction and intensity of our energy. It is the key to turning intentions into reality. Without focus, even the greatest of dreams remain unfulfilled, for without attention, effort, or discipline, nothing is ever truly accomplished. The mind is capable of vast potential, but if that potential is scattered, it never truly produces results. Focus acts like a magnifying glass, concentrating energy into a single point of action, amplifying its power and making what seems impossible possible. In a world filled with distractions, focus has become one of the most valuable assets we can possess. Every day, we are bombarded with information, interruptions, and temptations that pull us in many different directions. Social media news, work pressures, and even the demands of everyday life can scatter our mental energy and distract us from what truly matters. However, the ability to hone in on a single task, to ignore the noise around us, and to direct all our attention to a specific goal is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck. Focus enables clarity. It gives us the ability to see past the clutter of daily distractions and zero in on what is truly important. When we focus on something, we align our mind and our actions toward achieving that goal, and we become more effective. The world often rewards those who can concentrate their efforts and keep their eyes fixed on the prize, no matter the challenges or temptations that come along the way. The more focused we are, the more progress we make, because focus is a gateway to consistent effort. When we focus, we also eliminate the possibility of mediocrity. Without focus, we might dabble in many things, but we never achieve mastery in any one of them. Focus demands that we give our best to the task at hand. It asks us to show up fully, to commit our time and energy, and to give our attention to the present moment. Through focused effort, we move from being passive participants in life to active creators of our future. When we are focused, we become more deliberate in our actions, and each step we take leads us closer to our ultimate purpose. Focus is also about choosing the right things to focus on. In life, there are many paths we can take, many opportunities and distractions vying for our attention. But it is only by choosing wisely, by focusing on what aligns with our values, our passions, and our goals, that we move forward with purpose. Focus is not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things well. It's about saying no to what doesn't matter so that we can say yes to what truly drives us. Focus enables us to overcome obstacles. When faced with challenges, it's easy to become disoriented or discouraged, but a focused mind remains anchored to the goal, refusing to be swayed by temporary setbacks. With focus, problems become opportunities to learn and grow rather than insurmountable barriers. By maintaining a clear vision of the outcome, the mind remains resilient and resourceful, always searching for ways to push forward. Another critical aspect of focus is its role in managing time. Time, like energy, is finite. The way we use our time is a reflection of where our focus lies. When we spread ourselves too thin, we waste valuable time on activities that do not move us closer to our goals. But when we direct our time and energy toward what matters most, we maximize our productivity and effectiveness. Focus forces us to prioritize, to evaluate our commitments, and to choose actions that will bring us closer to our objectives. In essence, focus is the key to achievement. It is the glue that holds together all our ambitions, ideas, and actions. It provides the mental discipline needed to stay on track and to persist in the face of difficulties. Through focus, we sharpen our efforts, increase our efficiency, and most importantly, stay true to the vision we have for our lives. It is the ability to lock our attention on the present moment and on what is truly important that empowers us to reach our full potential. Focus is not just a skill, it is the foundation upon which success is built. Mastery over thoughts is one of the most powerful and transformative skills anyone can develop. The human mind is constantly at work, generating thoughts, some conscious, others subconscious, almost every moment of the day. These thoughts shape how we perceive the world, how we respond to challenges, and ultimately how we experience life. Yet most people allow their thoughts to flow unchecked without realizing that they have the power to control them. In reality, mastering our thoughts is not a matter of suppressing them, but learning to direct them in a way that serves our growth, purpose, and well-being. The mind is like a garden. Without careful attention, weeds of negativity, doubt, and fear can easily take root and grow. Left unchecked, these thoughts can dominate, shaping our reality in ways that limit our potential. However, when we learn to consciously plant positive, empowering thoughts and nurture them with care, we begin to see the fruits of those efforts in our lives. Just as a gardener chooses what to plant, we can choose what thoughts to cultivate, ensuring that they align with our desires, dreams, and values. Mastering our thoughts requires awareness. It means becoming the observer of our own minds, recognizing when negative or unproductive thoughts arise, and consciously deciding whether to accept or reject them. It involves questioning our assumptions, beliefs, and mental patterns. Are the thoughts we're holding on to serving us? Are they helping us move toward our goals? Or are they reinforcing fears and limitations? This process of self-awareness and self-reflection is the first step toward gaining control over our mental landscape. Another critical aspect of mastering thoughts is the understanding that thoughts are not facts. Too often we treat our thoughts as if they are absolute truths, when in fact they are simply mental events that come and go. Just because a thought arises in our mind doesn't mean we must accept it as reality. Our thoughts are influenced by many factors: our past experiences, our emotions, our environment, but they don't define who we are or determine what is possible for us. Mastery involves recognizing the impermanence of thoughts and choosing to engage with those that empower us while letting go of those that hold us back. Emotional regulation plays a key role in mastering thoughts. Often our thoughts are driven by emotions, and our emotions, in turn, are influenced by the thoughts we entertain. If we allow our emotions to dictate our thoughts, we can quickly find ourselves trapped in cycles of negativity, stress, and anxiety. Mastering thoughts means learning how to manage our emotions by choosing to focus on thoughts that elevate our emotional state. It's about training the mind to return to calm, clarity, and positivity, even when external circumstances are challenging. One of the most powerful tools for mastery over thoughts is affirmations. By consciously choosing to repeat positive, affirming statements about ourselves, our abilities, and our future, we begin to rewire our minds. These affirmations act as a counter to the negative self-talk that may have been ingrained in us over the years. Through repetition, affirmations gradually replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones, changing not only how we think, but also how we feel and act. The more we practice this, the more we begin to believe in the possibilities and opportunities available to us. Visualization is another essential practice in mastering thoughts. By vividly imagining our goals and dreams, we create mental images of success and achievement that become imprinted in our minds. This practice not only enhances focus, but also helps us align our actions with our aspirations. When we visualize, we're training our minds to believe that what we want is possible, and we're building the mental pathways that make it more likely to come to fruition. Our minds begin to work in harmony with our desires, actively seeking out opportunities and solutions that will bring us closer to our goals. The ability to control thoughts also allows us to break free from negative patterns and past conditioning. Many of us carry mental baggage from past experiences, beliefs that we are not good enough, that success is reserved for others, or that failure is inevitable. These thoughts limit us from stepping into our full potential. Mastery over thoughts involves identifying these limiting beliefs and consciously replacing them with empowering ones. By doing so, we free ourselves from the past and open ourselves to new possibilities. This mental liberation is key to creating the future we desire. Mastering thoughts requires practice and patience. It's not something that happens overnight. The mind is a powerful force, and it takes time to redirect its habitual patterns. But through consistent effort, we can train our minds to become our greatest ally. Just as we exercise our bodies to strengthen them, we must exercise our minds to sharpen them. The more we practice mastering our thoughts, the more natural it becomes to think with intention, positivity, and focus. Over time, our thoughts begin to align with our highest purpose, and our lives reflect that transformation. Mastery over thoughts is not about perfection, but about control and intention. It is about learning to respond to life rather than reacting automatically. When we master our thoughts, we unlock the full potential of our minds, and in turn, we unlock the full potential of our lives. Every thought we entertain is an opportunity to shape our reality. The more we choose thoughts that empower, uplift, and inspire us, the more we become the architects of our own destiny. Self-discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. It is the force that drives us to take action, even when we don't feel like it, and to continue moving forward despite the obstacles and challenges that may arise. Without self-discipline, even the most ambitious dreams can remain nothing more than fleeting wishes. It is the ability to control our impulses, emotions, and behaviors in the face of external demands, to stay focused on our long-term goals, and to persevere in our efforts until those goals are realized. At the core of self-discipline lies the understanding that success doesn't happen by accident. It is the result of consistent effort, day in and day out, regardless of how we feel in the moment. Motivation can be powerful, but it is often fleeting, like a wave that rises and falls. Self-discipline, however, is unwavering. It is the decision to act according to our values and goals, even when the immediate rewards are not apparent. It is the ability to put in the work when no one is watching, when there are no external forces driving us forward, and when the task at hand seems difficult or unexciting. Self-discipline also requires a clear sense of purpose. When we know why we are doing something, when we understand the deeper reasons behind our actions, we are far more likely to stick with it. Without purpose, we can easily become distracted by short-term pleasures or inconveniences, and we may give up on our pursuits too soon. When our goals are aligned with our purpose, however, self-discipline becomes a natural extension of that alignment. It becomes easier to make decisions, to stay committed, and to overcome the internal resistance that often comes with hard work. The process of cultivating self-discipline involves setting clear and achievable goals. These goals serve as the roadmap for our actions, guiding us and giving us a sense of direction. Without goals, we are like a ship adrift on the ocean moving, but without a destination. When we set clear goals, we create a vision for where we want to go, and self-discipline allows us to stay on course, even when the waters become rough or the path forward isn't immediately clear. It is important to break down larger goals into smaller, manageable steps so that the process of achieving them feels less overwhelming and more attainable. Each small victory builds momentum, reinforcing the commitment to continue moving forward. One of the most challenging aspects of self-discipline is resisting the temptations and distractions that arise on a daily basis. In today's fast-paced, constantly connected world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, entertainment, personal desires, and the demands of others can pull us in many different directions, often diverting us from the tasks that are truly important. To practice self-discipline, we must learn to say no to distractions, even when they are tempting. It is about making intentional choices that reflect our priorities. Saying no to short-term pleasures, whether it's procrastination, mindless distractions, or indulgence, is often the price we pay for long-term success. In learning to say no, we free ourselves to say yes to what matters most. Self-discipline is also deeply connected to our habits. Our daily habits are the foundation upon which our success is built. The more disciplined we are in our daily routines, the more likely we are to succeed in the long run. Whether it's waking up early, exercising regularly, maintaining a healthy diet, or dedicating time to work, self-discipline is the muscle that strengthens these habits. Over time, the more we repeat a behavior, the more it becomes ingrained in our routine, and the less effort it takes to follow through. Mastery of any skill or pursuit requires a foundation of consistent, disciplined habits that we cultivate over time. Emotional control is also an important part of self-discipline. Our emotions can often drive our actions, leading us to make impulsive decisions or take shortcuts that may feel good in the moment but undermine our long-term success. Self-discipline allows us to step back and make rational, thoughtful decisions rather than acting out of emotional reaction. It helps us to detach from fleeting feelings of frustration, impatience, or temptation and focus on what is truly important. With emotional control, we avoid being swayed by mood swings or immediate gratification, which allows us to maintain a steady course toward our goals. Another important component of self-discipline is the ability to deal with setbacks. The road to success is rarely smooth, and there will inevitably be times when things don't go according to plan. It's during these times that self-discipline becomes crucial. Instead of giving in to failure, disappointment, or frustration, self-discipline pushes us to keep going, to learn from our mistakes, and to adjust our strategies. The disciplined mind does not see setbacks as a reason to quit. It sees them as an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. It's about cultivating the persistence and tenacity to keep moving forward, no matter how many times we stumble or fall. Self-discipline also involves taking responsibility for our actions and results. It is the ability to look ourselves in the mirror and honestly assess our progress, knowing that the outcome is in our hands. This accountability is a powerful motivator for when we realize that we are the ones who control our fate. We are more likely to take action and stay committed to our goals. It's easy to blame external circumstances or other people for our lack of progress, but true self-discipline requires us to take ownership of our decisions and actions. Self-discipline is about the alignment of our actions with our values and goals. It is the conscious decision to take consistent, purposeful action every day, regardless of how we feel in the moment. It is the commitment to showing up, to doing the work, and to staying the course even when it is difficult. Self-discipline is not a one-time effort, but a lifestyle one that builds over time, making us stronger, more focused, and more capable of achieving everything we set our minds to. The environment in which we live shapes our thoughts, behaviors, and outcomes in ways that we may not always realize. From the physical surroundings we inhabit to the people we interact with and the cultural influences we experience, our environment plays a critical role in influencing who we become and how we navigate life. It can either elevate us, pushing us toward growth and achievement, or it can limit us, holding us back from reaching our full potential. Understanding the profound influence of environment is key to understanding how we can shape our own lives. Our environment begins with the physical space we occupy. The way our homes, workplaces, or schools are organized and maintained directly affects our mental and emotional state. A cluttered, disorganized environment can lead to feelings of stress, distraction, and overwhelm, making it harder to focus and be productive. On the other hand, a clean, organized, and inspiring space can foster creativity, focus, and a sense of calm. Surrounding ourselves with things that inspire us, such as positive images, motivating quotes, or items that remind us of our goals, can create an environment that nurtures our growth. The physical space we create for ourselves is a reflection of the mental and emotional space we wish to cultivate. The influence of environment extends far beyond just the physical aspects. It also encompasses the people we associate with on a regular basis. The relationships we have, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or mentors, can either lift us up or drag us down. Those who surround us have a profound impact on our mindset and behaviors. Positive, supportive relationships can encourage us to pursue our dreams, challenge us to be our best selves, and provide the encouragement needed during difficult times. Conversely, toxic relationships that are marked by negativity, criticism, or jealousy can undermine our confidence and make it difficult to stay motivated and focused. It's crucial then to evaluate the people we allow into our inner circle and to seek out those who support and inspire us. The culture and social norms that define our communities and societies also shape our perspectives and behaviors. From the values upheld by society to the expectations placed on individuals, the larger cultural environment influences the way we think and act. For example, in environments where success is highly valued and hard work is rewarded, individuals are more likely to adopt these values and work toward achieving their goals. On the other hand, in environments where mediocrity is accepted or where complacency is the norm, individuals may struggle to strive for more. The cultural messages we receive through media, education, and social interactions play a significant role in defining what we believe is possible for ourselves and what is expected of us. Our environment also plays a major role in determining the opportunities available to us. Where we live, the resources we have access to, and the networks we are part of can either limit or expand our potential. People who grow up in environments rich in resources, opportunities for education, and supportive networks are more likely to reach their full potential. In contrast, those who are born into environments marked by poverty, lack of education, or social isolation may face greater challenges in achieving their goals. While we cannot always control the environment we are born into, we can take charge of the environments we choose to surround ourselves with as we grow older. Moving to places that offer more opportunities or seeking out communities that foster our aspirations can make all the difference in our journey. The influence of environment is also seen in the habits and behaviors that are reinforced by the settings we are in. Our environment has a way of shaping the routines and behaviors that become second nature to us. For instance, if we are surrounded by people who prioritize health and fitness, we are more likely to adopt those habits ourselves. If we are in an environment that promotes a culture of learning and self-improvement, we are more likely to engage in those activities and adopt a mindset of continuous growth. Our environment, in this sense, acts as a mirror that reflects our behaviors back to us, and over time, it becomes a powerful force that shapes who we are. The influence of environment is not only external but also internal. Our environment can deeply affect how we view ourselves. If we are constantly surrounded by negativity, criticism, or lack of support, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. However, when we place ourselves in an environment that reinforces our worth, encourages self-love, and promotes personal development, we begin to see ourselves in a new light. The environment we inhabit plays a pivotal role in shaping our self-esteem and confidence. When we surround ourselves with positivity, encouragement, and opportunities for growth, we begin to believe in our own potential and capabilities. We must also acknowledge that our environment is dynamic and ever-changing. What we are exposed to today may not be the same as what we will experience tomorrow. As we grow and evolve, our environment must evolve with us. The people, places, and experiences that once served us may no longer align with our goals or values. As we change, we need to be intentional about adapting our environment to reflect that growth. Whether this means seeking out new relationships, changing our physical surroundings, or finding new sources of inspiration, we must take control of our environment to ensure that it continues to support our development. We have the power to shape our environment in ways that serve our highest good. While we may not have control over all aspects of our environment, we can make choices about where we spend our time, who we spend it with, and the spaces we inhabit. By being mindful of the influence of environment and intentionally creating surroundings that support our goals, beliefs, and growth, we can set ourselves up for success. The environment we choose is a reflection of the life we wish to create. Therefore, if we want to change our lives, we must begin by changing the environment in which we exist. Mindset and perception are two powerful forces that shape how we experience the world and respond to it. While they are often used interchangeably, they represent distinct but interconnected aspects of our mental and emotional life. Our mindset refers to the underlying beliefs, attitudes, and thoughts that govern how we approach challenges, opportunities, and our overall existence. Perception, on the other hand, is the lens through which we interpret the world around us, the way we see and make sense of situations, people, and events. Together, these two elements determine not only how we see ourselves, but also how we interact with the world, influencing the outcomes we achieve. Mindset has the power to shape our reality because it influences the way we interpret and respond to situations. A growth mindset, for example, embraces challenges and sees failures as opportunities for learning and improvement. Those with this mindset tend to be more resilient in the face of setbacks, as they view obstacles as temporary and surmountable. In contrast, a fixed mindset limits growth, often leading to avoidance of challenges and a fear of failure. Individuals with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are static and that they cannot change, which can cause them to feel stuck in their current circumstances. Therefore, the mindset we cultivate shapes our ability to take risks, face difficulties, and ultimately grow. The power of mindset is evident in how it impacts our goals and aspirations. A person with a positive, forward-thinking mindset is more likely to see opportunities, make progress, and stay motivated even when things get tough. By contrast, someone with a negative or defeatist mindset may become paralyzed by doubt, focusing on potential failures rather than possibilities. This difference in perspective determines how we approach every area of life, from personal growth to professional achievements. Mindset is not just a passive state of mind, but an active force that propels us to take action, to persist, and to learn from each experience, whether it results in success or failure. Perception plays an equally crucial role in shaping our experience. Our perception of any given situation is influenced by our past experiences, beliefs, and the mental filters through which we view the world. Often, perception is not an objective truth, but a subjective interpretation, shaped by our emotions and biases. For instance, two people can experience the same event, but their perceptions of it may differ greatly depending on how they interpret the situation. One may see a challenging task as an opportunity to grow, while another may view it as a threat or an insurmountable obstacle. This difference in perception leads to vastly different outcomes. One person may succeed and grow, while the other may become discouraged and give up. The way we perceive ourselves is a key factor in how we navigate life. If we view ourselves as capable, worthy, and deserving of success, we are more likely to pursue our goals with confidence and determination. However, if we perceive ourselves as incapable or unworthy, we may self-sabotage, hesitate, or avoid challenges altogether. Our self-perception is deeply influenced by our mindset, but it can also be influenced by external feedback, societal expectations, and comparisons with others. The more we shape our perception of ourselves in a positive, empowering way, the more likely we are to engage in behaviors that align with our highest potential. The relationship between mindset and perception is symbiotic. Our mindset affects how we perceive the world, and our perception shapes our mindset. For example, if we have a mindset that sees setbacks as learning experiences, we are more likely to perceive challenges as opportunities rather than threats. This positive perception fuels a growth mindset, creating a cycle of optimism and resilience. On the other hand, if our perception of a situation is negative or limiting, it can reinforce a fixed mindset, causing us to shrink from challenges and avoid taking risks. This cycle of negativity can perpetuate itself, leading to a self-fulfilling prophecy where our limitations become more real the more we focus on them. Changing our mindset requires conscious effort and self-awareness. It begins with recognizing the power of our thoughts and beliefs. If we find ourselves consistently thinking negatively or limiting ourselves, we must challenge those thoughts and replace them with more empowering ones. This shift in thinking may not happen overnight, but over time, it becomes easier to replace old patterns with new, healthier ones. By consciously choosing to adopt a mindset that embraces growth, possibility, and resilience, we can start to see the world differently. Our perception shifts, and we begin to experience more opportunities for success and personal fulfillment. Perception is also something we can train and refine. Just as we can reframe our mindset, we can reframe the way we perceive the world around us. A powerful tool in changing perception is the practice of gratitude. By focusing on what is going well in our lives and appreciating the positive aspects of our circumstances, we shift our perception from scarcity to abundance. Similarly, practicing mindfulness helps us become more aware of our thoughts and the lens through which we view the world, allowing us to make more conscious, intentional decisions about how to interpret situations. Another key to transforming both mindset and perception is developing emotional intelligence. Our emotions often color our perception of events, influencing whether we see them as opportunities or threats. By becoming more aware of our emotional responses and learning how to regulate them, we gain greater control over our perceptions. This allows us to choose how we react to situations, whether we face them with calmness and confidence or with fear and hesitation. Emotional intelligence empowers us to manage our mindset and perception in ways that promote growth, understanding, and well-being. The ability to shift both mindset and perception is not just a tool for personal growth, it is a powerful mechanism for achieving success. By changing the way we think and perceive, we open up new possibilities for our lives. We become more adaptable, more resilient, and more willing to take the necessary actions to achieve our goals. We stop seeing ourselves as victims of circumstances, start seeing ourselves as active participants in creating our own destiny. Through the cultivation of a positive, growth-oriented mindset and a perception that seeks out the good in every situation, we take control of our lives and unlock the full potential within us. The battle of the mind is one of the most crucial struggles that we face in life. It is a battle fought not in physical arenas, but within the confines of our own thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. This internal struggle shapes every aspect of our lives, from our decisions to our behaviors, and ultimately determines the course of our destinies. The mind is incredibly powerful, capable of both extraordinary creativity and crippling self-doubt. How we manage the constant flow of thoughts, emotions, and perceptions that arise within us can mean the difference between success and failure, peace and turmoil, progress and stagnation. At the heart of this battle is the conflict between our conscious desires and the unconscious beliefs that shape our behavior. We may consciously desire success, health, happiness, or personal growth, but if our subconscious mind holds limiting beliefs or fears that contradict these desires, we find ourselves at odds with our own intentions. These subconscious beliefs, often formed by past experiences, societal conditioning, and deep-seated fears, can pull us in directions that are counterproductive to our goals. For instance, we may desire to take bold action toward a new opportunity, but a part of us may hold the belief that we are not good enough, leading us to hesitate, procrastinate, or even sabotage our efforts. This inner conflict can be paralyzing, creating a state of internal discord that hinders our progress. The battle intensifies when we face external challenges, obstacles, or criticisms. When we encounter setbacks, doubts, or failures, the mind becomes a battlefield where the forces of hope, resilience, and perseverance must struggle against the forces of fear, self-doubt, and discouragement. Negative thoughts and feelings can spiral, leading us to question our abilities, our worth, and our potential. In these moments, the battle of the mind often feels overwhelming. It is easy to give in to despair or succumb to the idea that our dreams are too far out of reach. Yet, it is in these very moments of struggle that the mind can become our greatest ally if we can learn to control it. The key to winning this battle lies in awareness. We must first recognize that the battle exists and understand that it is a natural part of the human experience. Everyone faces this internal conflict, and the mind will often present us with a range of thoughts and emotions that are not always aligned with our best interests. By becoming aware of the thoughts that arise and the patterns that we repeat, we begin to gain control over the battlefield. We can observe the negative thoughts and doubts that arise without letting them dictate our actions. The more aware we become of the mental patterns at play, the more power we have to interrupt and redirect them. Winning the battle of the mind also requires discipline. The mind is like any muscle, it requires regular training and conditioning to function optimally. It is easy to get caught in the cycle of negative thinking, but with consistent practice, we can rewire our brains to focus on more positive, empowering thoughts. This is not a matter of suppressing negative thoughts, but rather of choosing to replace them with more constructive ones. By consciously redirecting our thoughts towards solutions, possibilities, and gratitude, we begin to build a mental environment that supports our success and well-being. This takes effort, especially when we are faced with challenges, but over time it becomes more natural. Just as we would train our body to be stronger, we must train our mind to be more resilient and focused. Another vital component of winning the battle of the mind is the cultivation of mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to stay strong, focused, and determined even in the face of adversity. It is the unwavering belief that no matter what comes our way, we have the strength to overcome it. This mindset allows us to face challenges head-on without being paralyzed by fear or doubt. Mental toughness involves accepting that difficulties are a natural part of life and that we have the power to choose how we respond to them. It's about developing the ability to maintain a sense of calm and clarity, even when things seem chaotic or uncertain. Through mental toughness, we strengthen our ability to persevere, knowing that every setback is simply a temporary detour on the path to success. The battle of the mind also requires us to recognize the influence of external factors on our thoughts and beliefs. The media, societal expectations, and the opinions of others often shape our mental landscape in subtle and not so subtle ways. Negative messages, societal pressure, and comparisons to others can fuel self-doubt and insecurity, making it even harder to maintain a positive and focused mindset. One of the ways to win this battle is by controlling what we allow into our minds. We must be mindful of the content we consume, whether it's news, social media, or conversations with others, and ensure that it aligns with our values, goals, and mental health. Surrounding ourselves with positivity, inspiring content, and uplifting influences can help to counteract the negative narratives that may arise from external sources. The battle of the mind requires self-compassion. It is easy to be hard on ourselves when things don't go as planned, or when we feel that we failed. But this negative self-talk only adds fuel to the internal conflict. The more we criticize ourselves, the more entrenched we become in a mindset of defeat. Winning the battle of the mind means treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, especially during times of struggle. We must learn to acknowledge our imperfections and mistakes without allowing them to define us. Embracing self-compassion helps to quiet the inner critic and create space for growth, resilience, and change. One of the most powerful ways to shift the battle of the mind is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can begin to detach from the constant stream of thoughts that often dominate our minds. This detachment allows us to respond to situations with more clarity and intention, rather than reacting impulsively or out of fear. It also helps us to create a mental space where we can observe our thoughts and choose the ones that serve us best. Mindfulness helps us to see that thoughts are not facts, they are transient mental events that come and go. This realization allows us to take control of the mental battlefield, choosing to focus on thoughts that align with our goals and values. Winning the battle of the mind is about mastery. It is about recognizing that we have the power to direct our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs in ways that support our growth and success. It is about learning to control our reactions to external circumstances and choosing to cultivate a mindset that is positive, resilient, and focused on solutions. The battle of the mind may be ongoing, but with awareness, discipline, mental toughness, and self-compassion, we can overcome its challenges and come out victorious. When we learn to master our minds, we unlock the power to create the life we desire, shaping our reality through the thoughts and beliefs we choose to embrace. Overcoming limiting beliefs is a transformative process that involves recognizing, challenging, and ultimately shifting the beliefs that hold us back from achieving our true potential. These beliefs often operate unconsciously and shape how we see ourselves, the world, and what we believe is possible for our lives. Limiting beliefs can be formed from early childhood experiences, societal conditioning, or negative encounters, and they create mental barriers that stop us from taking risks, pursuing our dreams, or even believing that we are capable of success. In order to break free from these constraints, it is essential to first become aware of them, understand their origins, and then actively work to reprogram our minds to embrace more empowering beliefs. The first step in overcoming limiting beliefs is awareness. Many of us go through life without ever questioning the beliefs that govern our actions and choices. We simply accept them as truths, even if they are limiting or unhelpful. These beliefs often manifest as negative self-talk or inner narratives that reinforce our fears, doubts, or feelings of inadequacy. For example, someone may have the belief that they are not good enough to succeed in their career, or that they will never be able to lose weight because of their past failures. These thoughts, although they feel like truths, are often just patterns of thinking that have been ingrained over time. Becoming aware of these patterns is the first step toward freeing ourselves from their grip. Once we become aware of our limiting beliefs, it is important to question their validity. Many of these beliefs are based on past experiences or external influences that no longer serve us. For example, someone may have been told by a teacher or a parent that they weren't good at math, and this belief has followed them into adulthood, limiting their ability to pursue careers that involve numbers or analytical thinking. In these cases, the belief was formed at a time when it may have had some relevance, but it no longer holds any truth in the present. We must ask ourselves, is this belief really true? Is it based on facts, or is it simply a perception that I have adopted? By challenging these beliefs, we begin to loosen their hold on us. Another powerful tool in overcoming limiting beliefs is reframing. Reframing involves looking at a situation or belief from a different perspective. Instead of seeing ourselves as failures or incapable of achieving our goals, we can reframe our thoughts to view challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. For instance, rather than believing that a setback in our career means we are not cut out for success, we can reframe it as a necessary learning experience that will bring us closer to our goals. Reframing is a mental shift that helps us transform our outlook and create space for new, more empowering beliefs to take root. A common limiting belief is the fear of failure. This fear often paralyzes us from taking action, keeping us stuck in a cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. Overcoming this belief involves understanding that failure is not the end, but rather a part of the journey towards success. Many of the most successful people in history have faced countless failures before reaching their goals. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not the absence of failure, but the ability to view it as a stepping stone. When we shift our perspective on failure, we see it as a natural and necessary part of growth, rather than something to be feared or avoided. Another limiting belief that holds many people back is the belief that they are not worthy of success or happiness. This belief often stems from low self-esteem or lack of self-love, and it can cause individuals to self-sabotage or shy away from opportunities. Overcoming this belief requires cultivating self-worth and recognizing that we are deserving of the same success, happiness, and abundance as anyone else. One of the most effective ways to combat this belief is through self-compassion. By treating ourselves with kindness, forgiving ourselves for past mistakes, and celebrating our progress, we begin to reinforce the belief that we are worthy of achieving our goals and living a fulfilling life. Limiting beliefs can also arise from societal conditioning. Society often imposes certain expectations about what is possible based on factors like gender, age, background, or social status. These external pressures can create beliefs that limit our potential, such as the belief that women are not as capable as men in certain professions, or that certain career paths are only for people from specific educational backgrounds. To overcome these beliefs, we must challenge the societal narratives that no longer serve us and redefine success on our own terms. By recognizing that our potential is not defined by external labels or limitations, we create the space to pursue the life we truly desire, free from societal constraints. Overcoming limiting beliefs also involves replacing them with empowering beliefs. This can be done by actively affirming positive statements and visualizing ourselves succeeding in the areas where we once doubted our ability. If we believe that we were not good enough to be promoted at work, we can replace that belief with the affirmation, I am worthy of success, and I am fully capable of achieving my career goals. Visualization is another powerful technique that can help us break free from limiting beliefs. By vividly imagining ourselves achieving our dreams, we begin to internalize the belief that success is possible, which in turn motivates us to take the necessary actions to make it a reality. It is also helpful to surround ourselves with people who support and believe in our potential. The people we associate with can either reinforce our limiting beliefs or help us overcome them. Be Being around people who uplift us, challenge us, and encourage us to think bigger helps shift our mindset. Their belief in us can become a catalyst for change, pushing us to confront our fears and embrace new opportunities. Conversely, being around individuals who share and perpetuate limiting beliefs can keep us stuck in a cycle of negativity and self-doubt. The process of overcoming limiting beliefs is not an overnight transformation. It is an ongoing journey. It requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to personal growth. As we challenge and replace our limiting beliefs, we begin to see the world differently. We open ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities that we once believed were out of reach. The more we expand our beliefs about what is possible, the more we expand our potential. Ultimately, overcoming limiting beliefs is about reclaiming our power and recognizing that we have the ability to create the life we desire. When we no longer allow our beliefs to hold us back, we are free to step into our full potential and live a life that is truly fulfilling. Purpose and vision are the foundational elements that drive human behavior, decisions, and actions. They are the guiding forces that give direction to our lives and shape our experiences. Purpose is the deep internal motivation that defines who we are and what we are meant to achieve in life. It is the reason we wake up every morning with a sense of determination, the driving force behind our passions, and the source of fulfillment that comes from living authentically. Vision, on the other hand, is the clear picture of what we desire to create or accomplish in the future. It is the destination we strive toward, providing a roadmap for our efforts and decisions. Together, purpose and vision form the compass that guides us through life's challenges and opportunities, helping us stay aligned with our true selves and the impact we wish to have in the world. Purpose often begins with an inward journey of self-discovery. It is rooted in our values, passions, and innate abilities. To understand our purpose, we must look beyond external influences such as societal expectations or the opinions of others and tune into what truly resonates with us on a deeper level. This process of self-exploration helps us uncover the motivations that drive us, whether it's a desire to help others, create, innovate, or contribute to a greater cause. Our purpose is not something that is handed to us from the outside. It is something we must cultivate and nurture within ourselves. When we are aligned with our purpose, we feel a sense of meaning in our lives that goes beyond material success or fleeting achievements. It provides us with a sense of satisfaction that cannot be found through external validation, but is instead rooted in knowing that we are living in accordance with our authentic selves. Vision is the manifestation of our purpose in a concrete and actionable form. It is the picture we hold in our minds of what we want to create, the future we aspire to build, and the goals we want to achieve. Without vision, purpose can feel like an abstract concept without direction. Vision gives purpose a specific aim and helps us break down the steps necessary to bring our dreams to fruition. A compelling vision acts as a motivator, pushing us forward even when we face obstacles, setbacks, or challenges. It is the vivid image of success, the sense of what is possible, and the belief that our actions can lead to meaningful change. Vision allows us to see beyond our current circumstances and imagine a future where we are not limited by our present struggles or fears. It provides the clarity and focus needed to make decisions that are in alignment with our goals and values. When purpose and vision are aligned, they create a powerful synergy that propels us toward our desired future. A strong sense of purpose keeps us grounded in our values, while a clear vision helps us take consistent and deliberate actions toward our objectives. It is in this alignment that we are able to tap into the full potential of our efforts. With purpose as the foundation and vision as the guide, every step we take becomes meaningful and intentional. We are no longer aimlessly moving through life. Instead, we are actively working toward a vision that reflects our true calling. This alignment requires ongoing reflection and adjustment. As we grow and evolve, so too do our visions and purposes. What once seemed like our ultimate goal may shift as we gain new experiences and insights. Therefore, it is important to periodically reassess both our purpose and vision to ensure they still resonate with our current self. This doesn't mean that our sense of purpose changes radically, but it may evolve to encompass broader or deeper aspects of who we are and what we seek to contribute to the world. Our vision, too, may shift as we gain clarity on our path or as new opportunities arise. Flexibility in our purpose and vision is key to maintaining a sense of fulfillment and progress on our journey. The pursuit of purpose and vision is not always a smooth, linear path. There are moments of doubt, confusion, and struggle, especially when the road ahead seems unclear or the obstacles appear insurmountable. During these times, it is easy to question whether we are truly on the right path or if our purpose and vision are even achievable. But it is precisely in these moments of adversity that our purpose becomes even more important. When we are aligned with a clear sense of purpose, setbacks become opportunities for growth and challenges become stepping stones toward our vision. Purpose gives us the resilience to keep moving forward, even when we face resistance. It is the anchor that keeps us grounded in our why, reminding us of the greater significance of our efforts. Vision also plays a crucial role in overcoming doubt. A compelling vision acts as a source of inspiration and motivation, reminding us of the possibilities that lie ahead. When we are connected to our vision, we see the bigger picture and understand that the obstacles we face are only temporary. The journey toward realizing our vision is a process of growth and transformation, not a destination that can be reached without effort or perseverance. During challenging times, our vision keeps us focused on what is possible, helping us to stay motivated and determined, even when the immediate results are not visible. Purpose and vision are not solely about individual achievements or personal success. When rooted in a deep sense of service to others or a desire to make a positive impact, they become instruments of transformation for the world around us. By aligning our purpose and vision with the well-being of others, we create a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. The impact we make is not limited to our own lives, but has the potential to influence the lives of those we encounter, whether through our work, relationships, or contributions to society. When our vision incorporates a sense of purpose that serves the greater good, we are able to create a legacy that transcends our personal experience, leaving a lasting mark on the world. Living with purpose and vision is about living authentically and intentionally. It is about making choices that align with who we truly are and the impact we want to create. It is about moving through life with clarity, knowing that every decision, every action, and every setback is part of a larger story. When we are clear about our purpose and vision, we operate from a place of certainty and confidence, even when faced with uncertainty. Our purpose provides the foundation for our actions, while our vision guides us toward the future we desire. Together, they empower us to live lives of meaning, fulfillment, and profound impact. The power of imagination is one of the most profound and underutilized forces within the human experience. Imagination allows us to transcend the limitations of our current circumstances, enabling us to envision possibilities that have not yet materialized and to create realities from mere thoughts. It is through the imaginative process that we can shape the future, explore new ideas, and innovate in ways that radically transform our lives and the world around us. The mind's ability to imagine is not simply about daydreaming. It is a vital tool for problem solving, creativity, and the realization of dreams. Imagination begins in the mind as a mental image or idea, yet it holds the potential to spark action and create tangible results. When we imagine something, we are not just picturing it in our minds, we are generating the first step of manifestation. Our thoughts, powered by imagination, become the blueprint for the outcomes we strive to achieve. Whether it's inventing a new technology, building a successful business, or even creating a work of art, the process always starts with an image in the mind's eye. Through imagination, we are able to experiment with different scenarios and possibilities, testing out ideas before committing them to action. This mental rehearsal not only enhances creativity, but also builds confidence in our ability to execute the vision we've created. Imagination is also central to innovation. Throughout history, many of the world's greatest inventions and breakthroughs began with a vision in someone's mind. The light bulb, the airplane, and the computer were once just images in the imagination of their creators. It is imagination that allows us to see what is not yet there and to think beyond conventional boundaries. When we dare to imagine, we challenge the status quo and create new ways of doing things. The power of imagination lies in its ability to stretch the limits of what is possible, encouraging us to think in ways that defy existing norms and open up new frontiers. Imagination empowers us to see opportunities in problems and to find creative solutions in the face of challenges. Imagination plays a critical role in personal growth and transformation. The way we perceive ourselves and our lives is often shaped by the images and stories we create in our minds. If we imagine ourselves as limited or incapable, we often live into those beliefs. However, when we use our imagination to visualize ourselves succeeding, achieving our goals, and overcoming obstacles, we create new possibilities for our reality. By imagining a better version of ourselves, we begin to shift our mindset and take the necessary actions to bring that vision into being. Imagination helps us visualize the path we want to walk, and as we visualize, we begin to move in the direction of that ideal future. One of the most profound aspects of imagination is its ability to create mental rehearsal for future success. Athletes, for example, use their imagination to mentally practice a performance before physically doing it. This is known as mental imagery, and it has been shown to improve performance by programming the mind for success. When we visualize ourselves achieving a goal, our brains often do not distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. This means that the mind begins to prepare for the achievement as if it has already occurred. The more vividly and consistently we imagine our desired outcome, the more likely we are to act in ways that bring it to fruition. Imagination also enhances empathy and understanding. Through imaginative thinking, we can place ourselves in the shoes of others, seeing the world from different perspectives. This ability to imagine experiences outside of our own helps build deeper connections with others, fostering compassion, creativity, and collaboration. Whether through reading a novel, watching a film, or simply reflecting on someone else's life, imagination expands our capacity to understand the struggles, joys, and triumphs of others, deepening our human connection. On a deeper level, imagination allows us to explore the infinite possibilities of existence. It challenges the notion that things must always be a certain way and allows us to step outside the box of conventional thinking. In a world often defined by logic and reason, imagination introduces the element of possibility. It dares us to consider what could be rather than simply what is. This aspect of imagination connects us to our innate creative potential, urging us to think expansively and pursue our dreams, no matter how far-fetched they may seem. The power of imagination is also linked to emotional resilience. When we face adversity, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the present circumstances. However, the ability to imagine a better future can offer hope and motivation in difficult times. It provides a mental escape from hardship and offers a vision of possibility which can ignite a sense of purpose and determination. Imagination allows us to maintain a sense of agency, reminding us that our current situation is not permanent and that we have the power to shape our future. Imagination is not confined to individual pursuits but can extend to collective efforts. In communities and societies, collective imagination plays a key role in envisioning and working toward a better world. Social movements, revolutions, and progress in the areas of human rights, education, and the environment have all begun with an imagined vision of what could be. When a group of people shares a common vision, the power of that collective imagination can move mountains. It is through imagination that social change is born, as people envision a world where equality, justice, and opportunity prevail. The more we embrace the power of imagination, the more we open ourselves up to growth and transformation. It allows us to dream beyond our limitations and to create a future that aligns with our deepest desires and aspirations. Imagination helps us break free from the chains of conventional thinking and explore new possibilities. It is an essential tool for personal development, creativity, innovation, and the pursuit of a meaningful life. By embracing and cultivating our imaginative abilities, we tap into an inexhaustible source of potential that can propel us toward the life we envision. Through the power of imagination, we are not just passive observers of the world around us, we are active creators of the future we wish to experience. The power of imagination is a gift that resides within each of us, waiting to be harnessed. It is through imagination that we unlock the doors to our fullest potential, transcending the boundaries of our current reality and shaping the world around us. Imagination allows us to dream, to envision a future greater than the limitations of today, and to transform our deepest desires into tangible outcomes. It is not merely about escaping reality, but about creating a new one thought at a time. When we fully embrace the power of imagination, we empower ourselves to break free from the confines of doubt and fear and step boldly into the life we desire. Whether in our personal growth, creative endeavors, or efforts to change the world, Imagination Nation is the spark that ignites transformation. So I urge you to cultivate your imagination, to envision boldly, and to act fearlessly, knowing that within your mind lies the power to create the future you seek. Remember, the world is shaped not only by what we see, but by what we dare to imagine. It is imagination that has the power to move mountains, to build bridges, and to turn the impossible into possible. So envision your greatness, imagine the life you want, and take the steps to make it a reality, for the future belongs to those who dare to dream.